would say the packaging is very, very, very good. First thing you get out of the box is the silencer. Looks like the dB killer is already in there. And that is the main silencer. Next you get some LeoVince decals. So that's always cool. Just some product literature so you can register your product. Got a nice wall decal, I guess, if you want to put that in your garage. Okay, so these are the two main primary headers. And in there it looks like the flanges and the collars. This would be the collector manifold, which is next down line from the header pipes. It also holds your O2 sensor. And then the final manifold pipe, which connects to your frame. Oh, they even give you a spring pooler. So that is an extra. That is very nice that they provide that. So this is your spring pooler, and we'll show you how to use that. So that is a very clever, well thought of piece. And here's one piece of carbon fiber. This is the carbon fiber, and it's full carbon fiber. That's your bracket. Miscellaneous hardware and the springs. And then your silencer bracket, all carbon fiber. Just a card member, and there's something there that you can scan to, we'll figure out what that is. And then of course just the literature for installation and product literature. Okay, so the very first thing that you're going to attach from the LeoVince system are these two bushings. They are universal, so you can go left or right. And just as a note, the flat side here goes towards the cylinder head, and the collar side goes towards your header pipe. And those are attached with two flanges that are universal as well, so left or right doesn't matter. And then you're going to use your OEM 4 acorn nuts. And those will be torqued to 15 foot-pounds, and that is a 12mm socket. Okay, so the first thing I did is just kind of clean this out with some carb cleaner. Just make sure there's nothing that's restricting from this bushing, the flat side just seating down perfectly. And then, of course, the flange goes on the outside. And these are the OEM acorn nuts. Okay, so those acorn nuts are only torqued down to 15 foot-pounds, but as a precaution, you can put a little anti-seize on there and just put that on inside the nuts while you put them onto the posts. Okay, so next we're just going to go ahead and attach the O2 sensor to the secondary header pipe, which is the collector pipe. I'm going to start by threading it by hand. I could not find a torque value for that, so I would say just go by feel on that. Of course, everything here is loose to give us plenty of wiggle room. Okay, so we're going to remove this OEM bolt, this hanger bolt. And keep in mind that there's a collar back here. You don't want to lose that piece. So make sure that collar is there. Okay, so this is the first carbon fiber piece, and it has a smaller radius and a larger radius. The larger radius goes towards the bike. I've elected to go ahead and use this rubber that came off of the stock perch, just for vibration damp reasons. And so we will put a decorative collar on the outside, the carbon fiber, and then the rubber stop. We'll thread this through. And it says it takes a nut, but your bike already has a threaded, welded on nut on the back side of this. So we're not going to use this nut. We're just going to thread it into existing. I'm sure this nut is probably a universal thing. Some bikes may need that, some bikes don't. The Africa Twin does not, because like I said, you have a nut that's welded onto your frame there. Of course, we're just going to leave that loose for now and give it some play. So next is the final piece, and that is the silencer. I'm going to give a little quick shout out to LeoVince for including the spring puller. It's very, very helpful, and it costs them nothing for them to make this, and it complete convenience for you. So they've thought of everything. Okay, next is your carbon fiber support for your silencer, so it can't rotate. We're going to put this on the silencer and attach it to the other carbon fiber piece that we had already attached to the bike. All right, and we've elected to pinch this through here. And again, this will take a little bit of just finessing. Okay, so this is the carbon fiber shield that goes on the last header pipe, and it will keep your boot from melting and your leg and everything else. So this is the assortment of parts. This is the guard itself. And to attach this, there's an assortment of parts. There's a slip-on nut that we're going to attach to these flanges here. There's two of those. And then you've got two bolts. And on those bolts, you have a steel washer and a carbon fiber washer. Okay, so we have our collar slipped on, and we're going to go ahead and put our bolts through. This is a 2.5 millimeter Allen, or hex key, if you will. Instead of jamming those washers on, we're going to thread them on so that they seat. Okay, so just to reiterate, we have the Allen bolt, a steel washer, carbon fiber washer, carbon fiber plate, carbon fiber washer going into the sleeves that we have already attached.
Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, you probably noticed that there's something missing. That's right, we did not include the muffler sound. That's because we made a dedicated video where we compare the LeoVince muffler sound to the factory Honda sound. That link is in the description below, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed.